Um, okay, so we're starting a little bit late today because our star has been coaching and you've just run straight from the practice court. Welcome, Vlado.
Sorry, sorry. Yes, troubles connecting to.
Well, that's what you're paid to do, coach. So you've got to
Yeah,
be there.
yeah. Today we have a long day because we were traveling to the tournament from Paris with the train, and we had a little bit later session today.
Yeah, yeah. So what happened? What happened to your week? Where did you start the week? Where did you fly to? Where are you now?
So on Monday morning, I was flying to Paris to prepare for the tournament with Xenia. We prepared at the National Center in Paris of the French Federation. We had a good week. Uh, we were able to do some improvements in Xenia's game. I'm quite happy with the improvement on the forehand, especially, and good intensity in her practices. We had some good sparrings from girls ranked top 100, top 200 at the federation. So yeah, we just arrived here to the tournament in. I cannot even pronounce this city. It's so difficult. It's Les Dolon, I think. That's how it's called. It's 125,000
Less what?
Les Sables Dolon. Les
Okay.
Sables Dolon. It's on the coast. Um, so we just had our first hit with the Italian girl Pigato. First time I saw the girl. It was very good practice, very intensive. Um, yes, so now Xenia is stretching, and then after stretching we will go for dinner and rest today, and then tomorrow we will practice 2 times. Um, Tournament starts on Monday, so the first round is Monday, Tuesday. So I'm not sure if she will.
What surface is
It's
the tournament
hard
on,
courts,
Vlado?
indoor hard courts,
Oh,
indoor
okay.
indoor.
Hardcore indoor, which is what you've
Yeah.
been training, practicing on.
Yes.
And was there much of a gap between top junior and 100, 200 ranking or not?
Well, I mean, there is like the top 200 players are using every opportunity to attack the slower balls, and they play in a little bit higher intensity. Also, of course, they are used to this kind of pace, so they're not missing as much in junior tennis. The girls also they're trying to be aggressive, but they still make a lot of mistakes. Um, so like I said, the goal was already from November, December to work on these aspects. And like I said, I can say that last week was really good, really good. We went in the right direction. So hopefully, she can have some good result here in the tournament
Yeah,
next week.
you've mentioned speed and power on a number of occasions.
Yeah.
How do you train that? Is it the arm? Is it body technique? How do you train hit the ball freaking hard?
Well, it's all together because you have to take early decisions also on where you plan to hit the ball. Sometimes you have to play intuitive. You don't really have time to think, and then you have to play intuitive and with the fast reflex. The most important thing is that your preparation is quick. Your turning of shoulders and footwork is quick. Most of the time, I recommend my players when they have no time to hit a good cross court because the cross court is the safest shot. But again, still, the information is to play deep and aggressive because once you play a shorter ball, then the opponent immediately attacks it. So these are the main things that I need from my player, to improve the decision making, the preparation, and the footwork. And also, obviously, in the practices, she needs to little bit put more risk in her shots. Even she don't like it because Senya is very, a player
Risk averse.
yeah, who no, she likes to put a lot of balls in the court. So now the goal is, in the practices sometimes, you make a mistake, but you know it's not such a big deal because you have to go through the mistakes. We just had this conversation a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
She was comparing tennis to riding a scooter and falling on the scooter, and I said, I agree. Obviously, you don't go fast on the scooter, and because you're gonna fall. But I also ask her, if you go to race on a motorcycle, because from the scooter, let's move to motorcycles, because you want to go on high speed and you want to be competing with the best and fastest players. So I told her, what do you think the guys, how many times they fell? Because they go on the edge. So once you go on the edge, of course you're gonna fail, and you need to find out in which speed you're gonna fail. So if you go over, of course you're gonna fall. But if you go too slow, other competitors, they will be first, and they will win. So
yeah,
obviously, in the practice is the time to try how fast you can go, and how much you can control the ball, and this is the goal in the practice, to not be so focused on not making mistakes, but trying to find the edge where you can be aggressive and still put a lot of balls in the court.
yeah. So obviously, playing on the edge is the only place that growth and learning happens.
Exactly.
Obviously. Can
Exactly.
I ask you about? I've got to pronounce her name correctly. Ivajovic,
Yes.
17-year-old American that just won. So she's just 17 and just won her first title,
Yeah.
and Ksenia is 16.
Yeah.
So do you think she could be winning titles at 17?
Well, obviously, it depends. It depends which way she gonna evolve in the next 1 year. If she gonna practice the correct way. Like I said, this week I think she made a very big progress, and it was only 1 week. Because I think she understood that things need to be done. We had a lot of experience in Australian Open qualies, and I think she got
Yeah,
motivation also winning the junior Grand Slam. And yeah, we have a lot of discussions, and we work many months, and it's not easy because obviously she's winning the junior titles. A lot of tournaments she won this year and last year, on the junior level, and it was just enough maybe to put a lot of balls in the court. But I think she understands that if she wants to develop, to top 100 or higher, then there are things that need to be changed in her style. So like I said, like we had 1 week, and I think this week was maybe better practice than a month last year. Because she was still looking and searching for the right technique on some shots, and also like being a little bit scared to risk in some moments, or hit the ball harder. So it's development. It's development. Some
yeah,
people get it. Some people get it, faster. Some need more time. But like I was watching Jovic actually in Australia, and I like the way she plays. She's very, very, very fast. She's trying to be very aggressive. So obviously she has the potential to win tournaments, and she has already a very, very high ranking in the WTA. But still, I think she's lacking the body. The girls like Sabalenka, Rybakina, Swiatek. These girls are very strong physically, So Jovic is still growing. She's still developing. So
Yeah,
for the moment, she can win some tournaments and she can beat a lot of players. But I think she needs still to kind of grow and get stronger with her body to to be top 10 or higher.
yeah. So I'm just conscious of people watching. So one of the lessons I think that we brought out so far is that if you have a practice session and you come off court thinking that was great, I moved so well, I hit the ball well, that's probably not a great training session. That's probably a poor training session because you need to be seeking out, embracing, and loving good mistakes as distinct from bad mistakes.
Yes, for me, like you said, if my player she has a good footwork and she hits the ball with the spin and she missed by centimeters, inches, this is a good mistake. For me, bad mistake is when the footwork is wrong, when the timing is wrong, and the body weight, is not correct, is not staying in the shot. So these are all bad mistakes. But if you are trying to be aggressive and you have good footwork and good technique, it happens. But the goal is, like I said, to try to make play with the correct technique and play aggressive. And then I'm 100% sure, once you practice like this, you will start to put more balls in the court, and you will start winning, with
Yeah,
players that you were not beating before.
that's great. It just shows you how to go up the levels. I presume you play in patterns so that you can get to the next shot as quickly as possible and thereby get your
Yeah.
footwork right.
Yes, like
And with Eva,
obviously, yeah, I'm
no, no,
listening.
go on.
No, obviously, like you have different types of players. Today we played with a girl who would use every opportunity to attack the opening of the court. So that was also the task for Xenia. Like after return, she would have to really quickly cover the
Mm,
opening side of the court, because once she was, you know, half a second late, the girl would push her
yeah,
and hit a lot of winners. So you have a lot of players who like to play a lot of crosses. Then you have a few players who are redirecting the ball down the line. So obviously you need to know who you play, and you need to see also the patterns that the opponent is using, because that's the only way you can actually be fast on the ball.
yeah.
Obviously you can dictate. If you have a big enough serve, big enough return, you dictate from the first shot, which is the best option. But sometimes it's also not everything in your hands. And if the girl is serving very well, then you need to learn how to cover the court and how to come back from difficult positions.
And how do you manage? So with footballers, the manager has to manage how many minutes they play and train so that they don't break down and get injured. How would
Yes.
you manage your ladies and Eva so that these young girls don't have injuries that keep them out for weeks or months?
Well, obviously, we are trying to load and plan the practices, so they have enough recovery between the practices. And then also, we are trying to work with the best fitness coaches that we can, work with. And the collaboration needs to be very good, especially obviously with the player, but also between the head coach and the fitness coach has to be a good communication. So we are not doing things which are contradicting each other. So this is one thing. And then obviously, it's also about the tournament preparation and the preseason preparation. Where in the preseason, the fitness sessions are a little bit longer, and that's where the player builds muscle and speed and endurance. So you have to divide these preparations, because obviously before the tournament we are doing fitness, but it's more uh, to activate and regenerate, after practices.
Yeah.
And then we are mainly focusing on the work on the court before the tournament.
To what extent do people really uh, pay attention to recovery? And I presume looking for new things like ice baths and infrared and all that sort of
Well,
stuff.
all this is already on high level, especially on the tour, on the professional tour. The players, they get physios, they get ice baths, they get all the possibilities, the massage boots and everything. So so on the tour everything is prepared, and then also in the national center in Paris, Xenia, she gets all these advantages. They have physios, they have a doctor, they have sauna, they have cold bath, everything is there. So she has everything to have a good preparation.
Yeah, because I would imagine if you're thoroughbreds, and they are all thoroughbreds, and they're training on the edge, injury prevention must be a key factor of a successful season.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Any inside track on any politics or gossip on the tour this week?
No, no, not really. I think we had the surprising winner in Abu Dhabi. I think Sarah Belek, the Czech player, was a big
Yeah,
surprise. She won the tournament from qualis. The girl
yeah.
is very small. I think she's 165, 170 maximum. It's a small girl, very defensive game. I was watching a couple of games with some opponents, and I was surprised, like there was nobody able to hurt her, and very few girls. I mean, actually, nobody in that tournament was able to go and play some good volleys and you know do the correct things to beat her. Um, I mean, it's good for her. It's good for her. She's a young player, but I was a little bit disappointed with the level of the other top players. Because they were really making easy mistakes. They were not able to deal with the change of rhythm, and like I said, they were not able to come in and play some volleys, drive volleys, drop shots, angles.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit disappointed. But again, I said it before that I'm missing this intelligent kind of play in women tennis right now. It's a lot of power, but then
Okay.
you see the girl like this is coming and slicing forehand, slicing backhand, spinning, running, and winning a 500. So good for her. Um,
It would
now
seem to give great
Mukhova,
hope.
yeah, this week Mukhova, she won the tournament in Qatar in Doha. But obviously good player. I think she's one of the most talented players on the tour. She is the girl who knows how to drop shot. She is the girl who knows how to volley, and also she has the aggressive game. It just she's injured too many times. She has a lot of injuries. She's almost never playing the whole full season. So this is also well deserved. Good player. I didn't see the finals. I saw a little bit of the match of Sakari and Swiatek. Um, Actually, I was thinking Swiatek is going to win, and I had to go to practice, and after practice I saw Sakari won, so this is a little bit surprise for me. Rybakina also, I didn't really like the way she was playing. It was not a lot of energy in her game, but I think coming from Australian Open, I think was not easy for her to transition to play the tournament in Doha. Let's see how
I'll
they do
be
in Dubai. I was actually watching a match between Bublik and Munar last night. Um, Bublik, big server. I think the serve is a big weapon, and it was a good match. Was the match finished 7-6 in the third set indoors? So yeah, it was interesting to see. I would say like I was very surprised because Munar is a very good player from the baseline, and I was surprised that he was not reading very well the drop shots from Bublik, because more or less every third shot was a drop shot from Bublik, and I was surprised Munar was not playing very smart in these situations, because I think also in the third set I think Bublik was getting tired, and and uh, and Munar, he would always run to the drop shot and play a deep kind of shot out of it, and I was just like wondering why he's not playing a contra drop shot, especially when in the third set, like Public, he looked tired and he was not running after all the balls, because obviously he's not the fittest guy on the tour. So this was a little bit a big mistake from Munar. He had a lot of chances to win the match, and then in the tiebreak, Bublik, he just served very well and won in the tiebreak in the third set. So these are my little, things that I saw last week from the tour, but no scandals. I believe.
No
And
scandals, no marriages, no
no, no,
proposals.
no, nothing,
Dull.
nothing new.
Um, so next week we'll be having the interview with your um, Slovak friend Martin. Well, what's
Yeah,
Martin's surname?
Martin Klijan.
Okay,
He
and
was former
he
24 in the
got
world. Yeah.
which ranking on the tour?
24, 24 ATP.
That I
Yeah,
mean that is amazing, isn't it? Because there are
yeah.
hundreds of people,
Yeah, I think
and
he's
also
the
good
guy. He's the
chemistry.
only one of the few guys who beat Nadal, Djokovic. He beat the top guys at that time. He was very talented, and I think now he's transitioning to the coach job. So it's interesting to hear what he has to say.
Great. So next week we'll have the interview with Martin. Where will you be? Which country? Which city? Which
So
tournament? Where
we
will
are
you
we
be?
are. I hope that I will still be in France, because the tournament finishes, I think, Saturday or Sunday. It would be nice, and then we are going to play a smaller tournament in Tunisia, in Tunis, a 35K the next week. So these are the two. We have planned 2 weeks of tournaments now.
Okay, and Tunisia is French speaking, I presume. That's one of the reasons why you went or not?
No, no, it's just it's the tournament where Xenia, she entered the tournament, and she got into the qualies there, because other tournaments were too strong, and she wouldn't get into the draws in other tournaments.
Okay. So have a great week, Vlado. We'll follow your
Thank you.
progress. And I expect you still to be there Saturday.
Yes.
We'll meet your Ksenia is through to the final
Thank
and
you,
or
Mark.
winning.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye
Go
bye.
on, you go and have injury prevention and a nice shower too, because you just come off court.
Yeah, yeah. Bye.
Tomorrow, we need to get more interviews in the can, even so we just need to plan ahead really. And if you know it's going to be difficult for you, you and I should have an interview Wednesday or Thursday, and then I could splice it in. If you are around, let's speak tomorrow. And like everything else, we're on the edge. Let's learn our lessons, get better for next week. Thank you. Have a good evening. Have a good dinner. Tomorrow, I am certainly available during the morning.